Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Justin,
And I'm Corey.
and we are Cardboard in the Rough. We had some technical difficulties with our last episode, so we're going to just review the two that we went through. Come here, Scully.
This is our girl here.
Come on.
Climb up. Table.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good girl.
Yeah. Isn't she sweet?
Thank you.
Good girl, Scully. Yeah, thank you. All right, that's enough. So we're gonna review what we went through last time.
We'll just walk you through how we got to the answers and what we felt about them, instead of actually trying to
Fake recreate it and do a poor job of showing that. So the first one we did was the priestess here. And it had all of the pentacles that went with it. So if you notice instantly, there's these kind of odd shapes on the side, and lo and behold, odd shapes on the side of all the pentacle cards. Now, it's not that, every pentacle card only goes with this one puzzle, but when we were kind of fanning them out, we thought, hey, it kind of, is that a letter? I don't know. It kind of looks like it.
And first, actually, that was your observation. I did first think that it had to do with this tower and building the puzzle, but it did not.
We did try and do that. It just didn't look right.
So if you, and I think we tried just ordering these sequentially at first, and it did end up working out. Let me see if I can. Also, this was the first card, or the main card for this one, and the eyes are 3 different colors, and so we decided that because this is sort of a blue-green, and then there's a red, and then a yellow, which correspond to the colors on the sides of these cards. So if you look at the blue-green first, and I'll see if I can fan these out.
There's a lot of answers to this one.
This may not be right because this looks like there's 2 words here.
We started with yellow.
That's probably why.
Yeah, we included this card.
Oh. Yeah. So I guess we went in the opposite direction, yellow, red. Then
we started with yellow because yellow was on the starting card. That was my reasoning.
It's a good reason. Yeah, and so then when you fan that out, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that, but
it kind of shows up.
Yeah. Well, this way. Odds are in your favor in yellow there. And then if you do the other side, it says evens are a safe bet. So then we decided, okay, well, let's look at all the odd cards. And we tried that with reds and did both sides. So there were 2 different reds, and then there were 2 different reds for even as well. And then those said use 159, use 37Q, use 2610, use 48K. And then with the green, you go through and you use those numbers on both sides, and you get all of these answers.
We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers for the High Priestess, which I thought was kind of fun because she's a lady and deserves to have all the answers.
I really liked that puzzle. I thought it was one of the better ones that we've done.
It was very interesting. Little fiddly, but I kind of liked that it was not easy in the fiddly physical nature.
It was different. All right, so the next one we tried to give us some contrast was the star, which only uses two cards?
2 cards.
Yeah.
But it was 4 times as hard.
At least.
At least.
this was the first one we had to use a hint on. The site that lets you check your solutions also has a progressive hint system, which we had not used until this point. But after banging our head on the wall for roughly 20 to 30 minutes, we said, yeah, okay, we'll use some hints.
And
But before we used the hints, we did actually get a fair amount of the way to the answer. So we have these constellations with words inside, hope and desire. So we drew those out, and based on...
we counted the points in each star and wrote those out too as part of our solution diagram.
And I think even from the wisdom section, the old woman said something about counting or points or something. So we suspected that that was part of the solution. And we did come up with that H was the 8th letter of the alphabet, so this probably somehow represents hope. But we weren't sure.
The words are in the center of these constellations. Like there's a line drawn, and the word is in the center of this, and hope is
4 letters, 4 stars.
4 stars. Desire is surrounded by 6 stars. So
1 for each letter, right? And D is the 4th letter of the alphabet here, so we decided that's got to be the starting point here. And that's where we kind of got stuck.
We were kind of doing some weird things because there's a 5 and a 5 within this group of 4. So where we're like, well, maybe those are both the vowels, and then that didn't really work over here for desire.
So that's where we use the hints. And the first several of them walked us through exactly what we had already figured out. And then the last, I don't know if it was the last.
It was the 4th clue.
4th clue gave away what we needed to know. That I kind of feel like we would have gotten there, but it would have taken us a very long time. Was that these tails here, you have to add all of the points on these stars to get the value for this letter, instead of just this single star here.
Which we, once again, if we would have stared at it a lot longer, maybe we could have gotten there, because on the card, the star, this star team point, haha, there's 2 stars connected to each other that are colored. And so in hope, 1 star is colored, and we decided that H represented it and was the start of that word, and same with desire. So we should have noticed that because those 2 stars are connected and the same color, that would have meant it was 1 letter. And that is ultimately what solved it.
Yep. So
we came up with 1 solution for that one.
Right. So with that, let's grab a new one.
Let's.
We'll probably just do 1, since we only made it through 2 last time anyway, and then this will be a good 3 for this video.
All right. So let's do. I think we've done that one. But it was a cool way to choose, right?
It looked cool. It did.
did.
Yeah. We've not done that one.
Ooh, creepy. 5 cards associated is what it looks like. All right. Makes sense. Looks dark. Markers right there.
We used markers last time to try to
bring some contrast.
Well, and hopefully make it easier for all of you to see what we're writing here.
All right. So this is the pentacles. We're going to go ahead and skip the colorations on the side, because we know we used those in the last puzzle. All right, so first thing that I notice here is all of them have a the 5-point
Pentagram.
pentagram. It makes sense. Pentacles, pentagram. But all of these images have them. And there's 5 of them. Good point. And let's see, on this hanged one here, the snake is the same color as the pentacle or pentagram. But
There's
I
also
don't see
there's a
pentagram.
snake in all of them, except maybe, oh no, there he is. There's a snake in all of them.
Oh, yeah.
There's at least one snake.
And then if you notice in this image, the snake is different patterns.
Okay, that's a good clue, I think.
Maybe that shows us the order in which we go through them. Like the first pattern is a polka dot. This one has a polka dot. The next one is a
Stripes.
Zigzaggy.
It's this one. So I think that's a good idea. Let's order them that way.
Okay. And then
Zigzag,
it's
and
the
then
stripes.
Stripes.
And then it's the weird. And
then spots. Which is back to this one. So we may use that one twice.
Yeah.
Because then it's back to zigzag.
And then to
diamond.
this one.
All right. Trying to see if there's anything else in common here.
A hard thing about this is trying to decide what goes with just this puzzle.
Yep. So we know this center symbol we've already used. That was the edges on the High Priestess.
And I believe that the letters on this probably go with the circle.
Yeah, it's because it's just those two.
Just those
That's
two.
kind of what I was looking at. And then these two have these ruin type
So those probably go together.
things, yeah. And then this with these extra letters here, I think that's probably for that one.
Yeah. So I think we can probably exclude those bits of information. So what I'm thinking is the order of these indicates that these are different letters. So this will be one letter, and this whole thing spells out one word.
I think that's a pretty good direction to go in. So I'm wondering if it has to do with the number of pentagrams on them.
Because this has 2, this has 1, but this has 1.
Right. Oh, you know what it could be is the actual shape of the snake itself.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this kind of looks like a Q or a P. No, that's not how P's go.
It would be a Q.
A Q, a U, an A, or an N.
O. I don't know what that would be.
That's the entire alphabet.
A W. Oh, no, there's a P here as well.
Oh.
All right, so let's try that. That's simpler than trying to look at the number of pentagrams. So speckled one first, so maybe an N, or at least this shape. I'll just draw the shapes. And then that stripe.
Oh.
And then, yep, thank you.
And then we go back to the weird N thing. And to the U. And then to the P. The famous Nuquanop.
You know what? We forgot this last time too until we were halfway through the puzzle.
To read
But
the prompt.
there is a prompt for each one of these that gives you some hint or direction.
Yeah.
Um,
What fools we are. Oh wait, that was earlier puzzle we've done.
the hanged one. As you wander through the woods, part of you can't help feeling like you've fallen into some sort of trap, and your fears are realized when you encounter a large snake making its way toward you. You want to run, but you hear the voice of the mist taunting you. Coward, coward, coward! The echo carries through the trees. Don't be afraid, you hear the old woman whisper as the serpent begins to wrap itself around you. You start to sweat, but try to listen to her words and stay as calm as possible. Serpents are devious by design, but once you're in their grasp, you'll be able to look at everything from a new perspective. Often, that is all you need to find truth. So once you are in their grasp, you'll be able to look at everything from a new perspective.
Well, first I'm just going to write this in backwards order. Okay, so new perspective. Let's see about flipping it upside down.
Yep, because the hanged one is upside down. That's a good idea.
All right, so
there it is.
Unbound, which goes with being tied up by a snake.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's a real answer, but I think it is.
Check how many answers there are. This is 12.
Correct.
There's only one. Okay, and that was number 108.
Perfect.
All right. Well, good job.
Good job, team.
That went much smoother than the last one.
Yes. Yeah. Nice break from what we just experienced.
Yeah. Well, let's. I think we'll call it there, and we'll wrap this one up with those three. Thank you for joining us. I'm Justin.
And I'm Corey.
And this is Cardboard in the Rough.